Hello and welcome to Eyewitness Report. I am Yomi Otaigbe. On this week's edition of the program, we'll highlight the devastating impact of floods on the infrastructure in FAP community in the Lokogoma area of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and the collapse of a story building in Oyo State. Although the rainy season appears to be receding, residents of some parts of Lokogoma district in the Federal Capital Territory are recounting the effects of the flood in their area. With critical infrastructure washed away, community members share their experiences, urging authorities to step in and provide the much-needed assistance.
This is FAP community in Lokogoma, a developing district in Abuja. The dilapidated state of the roads and drainage systems highlight the impact of the severe flooding the community has endured over the years.
See somebody coming and that they are using to come.
Sadly, most of the residents in this area are retirees. Mrs. Angela Igumu is one of the many residents who has been left vulnerable because of the impact of rainfall.
This is FAP estate. I live in this estate for some years now, and this is my house. A lot has been done in this place to make for me to be able to live here. I'm a pensioner. I've retired from service. My hard-earned money, the only thing I have in my life now is just this house, because I'm no longer in the office. So if I lose this house, in short, only God knows where I will be. So I do my best, I try my best to maintain the house. And anytime rain fall, the flood in this area still carry a lot of things here. If you look at the wall, you can't even paint the house, because as you are painting, it will come, the flood will come and wash everything away. Flood, it will enter here. The former barricade that was here protecting the house, the flood pulled it down. I have picture to show. Pulled it down, and then after that, I didn't have a choice than to spend 2.2 million and some stipends on top to build this retaining wall to be able to secure my property, my life, and my children. So you can see it yourself. Looking at this direction, you can see where that's the water down there. The water then it passes and goes like this, but it will come here. When the flood comes, it comes here. I keep on maintaining and maintaining this, and when this flood is coming, it comes with all manners of reptiles. All types of things. Some Ghana must go. You don't even know where it come from, where it carried the thing from. From Lokogoma, water enter here. Like we have shown you there, it has collapsed the fence leading to Lokogoma town or village. So water enter, because there is no wall there again to even stop water there, to wedge any water coming. So the thing comes this way, and this one too come from this direction, this one come from this direction, they join here. So you can look at this build, if you look at this thing, these people have to do this, make this small distance to be able to enter their gate, to be able to enter their compound. So this is all I have done so far, but it doesn't stop it. Anytime it's raining, we can't sleep. You can't go out and you are relaxed during rainy season, because your mind is here, your mind is in your house. The level of destruction you are coming, when you hear that it's raining here, the level of destruction you are coming to meet is what is giving you. You have to live wherever you are.
How long have you been here?
Well, I have been here for 2 years plus. I've been here for 2 years plus now here. Because the person that moved out of here, they didn't tell us about the flooding before we left, before we bought the place. But thank God, we're able to take care of the house, to make the house look this way.
Even the canal, which is supposed to collect excess water, has witnessed massive overflow during heavy downpour. Parts of the bridge that passes through the canal has collapsed.
Is the last, the only surviving bridge inside this FAB estate. The only bridge now that is that every other person can pass through to get to his or her house. You can see that the other bridge is already completely cut off. So everybody that's supposed to go to phase 2, phase 3, they all have to come through here, through this bridge. And you can see the extent of the damage done to the bridge inside the estate, the only surviving one. So we are not happy with the residents of this estate. We are not happy to have an estate like this. Yeah, this estate, this bridge is not government. This one is for the estate. It's for the estate, and the estate developer is the one we are looking onto. We have cried out severally. The estate residents, they have cried out severally for the developer to do something about the bridge. Since this is the only surviving one, all the others have collapsed. Only this one left. By the time this one collapsed, where do we go? If there is problem, how do we run out? How do we escape? So we are looking at the estate developer to be called upon to come and do something. What are his plans? He is already aware of our cries. And then the owner of the estate himself, Mr. Nwara, he's aware of what is happening here. And we are also appealing to him to join head with the developer and let them do something for us in this estate. And we also call on the minister. The minister has done a good job in Port Harcourt. Anytime I saw him on the telly while he was a governor there, I was always very happy seeing him. I say, yes, this is what a governor should be. This is what they collect allocation to do. But these ones are not doing anything. So that spirit that he used in building port for them, they should extend it to us here in Abuja. He should extend it to us here in Abuja, the good work he did there. We love him. And we love him to come and listen to our cry and do the one that concerns government that they can do for us, and equally help to encourage the management of this estate to help us too. If you go there now, you can't see anything. Television, chairs, beds, they are all out.
The relentless flooding has forced some families to leave their homes.
And then enter here. If you look at the fence, you can see that this is a new...
The situation here is really bad because during the flood, we don't sleep. Like, I've been staying in the estate for the past, since 2010. This is almost like 14 years. We've never experienced this thing, but during 2019, that was the first flood, and the water got to my level here inside the house. My brother had to break the kitchen to bring me out. It was that bad. It's so terrible that when it's raining, I can't sleep. I have this phobia, I get scared. So I have to leave Lokogoma till after raining season before I come back here. How will I leave a house that is bought by my mom for us to stay? And my mom is a pensioner, so where are we going to move to? All the bridges have cut off. Everywhere is so bad that when the water comes, we have to run out of the house 2 a.m. We're under the rain till 5 a.m. before we can come into our house, because the water level gets to sometimes it gets to the roof level. That's how bad it is. We've lost our properties every year in, every year out, every year since 2019. This has been happening till now. And the government said they will come to our aid since 4 years ago till now. So please, the new government, we see the minister working and we are pleading on his behalf. Please, he should include us in this.
I'm a landlord in this estate, FAB Estate Lokogoma. For the past 6-7 years, we've not been having it good once we are in a rainy season. Because previously, when we bought into this estate, our intention was that we're going to live in peace, but that has never been for the past 7-8 years because of ravaging flood that comes each time we're in rainy season. Then we've made conscious efforts to alleviate this suffering that has been perennial. For instance, on the part of the estate, with the little and meager resources, we normally excavate the rubble in the canal. But that has not really solved the problem because it's beyond the carrying capacity of both the developer and the residents at large. So we're actually looking for government intervention in this matter. But so far, so bad. That's how I can capture my living here for the past 7-8 years.
Other bridges linking EFAP to other communities are giving way as a result of the rainfall.
Be careful, man.
Yes, sir. Residents have created a makeshift ladder to navigate an eroded section of the road to other parts of the community.
But this is the project is on where?
Security-wise, this is not very good. This is not good at all. That's what I'm saying now. If anybody
that falls
is dead.
That means I was showing you that. See the 3 compartments we did with concrete. It's like this now. And cut off. This side was cut off. This is see the bridge here.
How the bridge no one can find it
because the coverage is not adequate. You want to create.
2011, I could remember vividly September 4, when I was to do my housewarming ceremony. We had a flood in 2011, which was very traumatic. But since after that 2011, we didn't have flood again until 2019, which now was a major flood that caused a lot of devastating effects to the citizens, to the residents of the estate. It was very, very traumatic, that 2011. Subsequently, thereafter, even at that very 2011, some houses were demolished that were close to the canal. So there and there, the development control told us that what remains now in this estate is an engineering solution, that there's no more demolition to be made because the major ones have been removed. So what remains is engineering solution. So since then, we have been trying. We've gone to FCTA, we've gone to engineering department, and even we made a presentation to ecological funds, which the developer even helped at that point in time to put together the engineering the design which ecological fund required, which cost him about 5 million. So since that time, ecological funds say our data and information have been captured in their data bank, that they will look into it. From that 2019 to date, nothing has been done. And year in, year out, this flood keeps coming in, creating a very devastating effect. As you can see from what you've seen now, the roads have been cut off. The bridges have been cut off. In fact, those of us along 105 road, because that is the lowest point, we are always at the receiving end. Like me, for example, now, it has affected my family. My children are no more here. They've been relocated to Onitsha, one to Lagos, while I'm here alone. And I bought this house with my gratuity, hoping to come and live peacefully, to enjoy my pension life. But to date, it's not the case.
We've made some conscious efforts. We've been to FCDA, Mass Housing Department, Engineering Department, all to no avail. There has never been any response so far. The best we have gone to is the Ecological Fund. They collected our data. All our documents are in their database. And they now promise that anytime we'll be called upon. And that has taken over 3-4 years now. And nothing, absolutely nothing has come out of that.
What is your plea to the government?
Well, if you look around, we've seen the minister actually working. I give that to him. So he should let us feel his impact in Abuja by coming to our aid. We've tried our best, but it's only government that can help us right now. So Nyesom Wike should just try and help us, because this is it cut across all the estates in Lokogoma, not FAB alone. Unfortunately, we are the receiving end, because we are the last estate that cut across the other Dubois district. So government should really come to our aid, especially now that we are seeing him working, and he should join our own plea to all others.
The challenges faced by the residents of Efab Estate in Lokogoma are a stark reminder of the vulnerability many communities face in the wake of climate change. Despite the environmental challenges, they are determined to protect their infrastructure from total collapse, but they cannot do it without the support of their government. For now, they stand united, hopeful that their voices will be heard.
Our heart goes out to the families affected by the building collapse. Remember, the Eyewitness Report program gives viewers the opportunity to participate and be change agents in their communities. To get involved, simply take pictures and videos of activities happening around you and upload them to the Eyewitness platform on the channel's TV app. The app is available in various online app stores. Launch the app and check for the Eyewitness option on the menu. Follow the instructions to upload the photos captured on your phone. The Jegede Olunloyo community in Onuara local government area of Oyo State was thrown into mourning when a story building collapsed, resulting in a tragic trail of deaths and destruction. Survivors and eyewitnesses recount their experiences.
Residents were shaken as a building on Zone A, Jegede Olunloyo, collapsed without warning during a heavy downpour in the early hours of Thursday, October 31, leaving behind a scene of devastation. The impact of the tragedy was felt throughout the community. The news of those who did not make it out of the collapsed building was unpleasant for relatives of the deceased. Many, like the grieving woman, are still mourning their loved ones. Residents made desperate attempts to reach out to authorities for the rescue of those trapped under the rubble. But by the time emergency management agencies arrived, local volunteers had recovered the bodies of 10 individuals, including children. The scene later saw the arrival of government officials.
I want to say that this occurrence is a sad one, highly disastrous, calamitous. In fact, everybody in our local government is in sad mode now, including myself. Because when you are seeing some people dead on the floor, nobody will be happy about such an occurrence. Though it's a natural disaster, it happened during the rain yesterday night. I was called around some minutes to 2 a.m. and since then I mobilized all the agency that can assist us on the incident. And they all came en masse and timely. And they rescued, at least they rescued about 9 now has been in the hospital. 9 people are in the hospital now. Out of which the owner of the building is alive. The man is about 80 years of age, and some mothers. We have a critical condition of a boy, and the Ministry of Health has moved that boy, including 2 psychiatric patients, and one man also, making 4 of them. The Ministry of Health have moved them to the General Hospital, Ring Road. This is a highly disastrous incident, and I want to use this medium to commiserate with the families of the victims.
From what we all can see, if I can put it in this way, the building is already distressed. It's obvious and it's something visible even to the blind. The building is tired and nobody is supposed to occupy it. And to forestall occurrence of this ugly incident, that's why His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde approved recently what I will call building amnesty, whereby buildings in the state are expected to have a building approval. I can tell you without any search that this building affected doesn't have any building approval. And even from what I'm seeing within this community, so many buildings are here that are distressed and I believe they don't have any building approval. With this, for us to be proactive and to abate the reoccurrence of these, very soon we'll work out a plan to carry out integrity tests for buildings that we've seen, and even those, let me just say generally, for buildings within the city and within the suburb of Oyo State.
The Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Bayo Lawal, also visited to assess the situation and offer condolences to the victims' families.
I've seen the collapsed building. We directed that SEMA and NEMA must come on assessment visit, tell us what actually happened and what immediate response the State Emergency Agency is directly under the purview of the Deputy Governor. And that's why I'm here on behalf of His Excellency, the Governor of Oyo State, on assessment visit. So we have dropped some packages to really cater for the immediate needs of the victims. That's not all. When they do the comprehensive assessment and escalate it to us, we will know the appropriate response and approach to this type of a bad incident.
Sorry. At the time of this report, some of the injured, including the building's owner, were still receiving medical treatment. Unfortunately, his children and some grandchildren were among those who reportedly lost their lives in this unfortunate incident. Authorities are currently investigating the cause of the collapse, with preliminary reports indicating that the building had been poorly maintained and possibly violated safety regulations.
That's where we draw the curtains on this edition of the program. See you again next week. I'm Yomi Otaigbe.